So I'm outside the Santa Ponsa Park Hotel. I've got the HM Isabella Hotel right up ahead of me. I've also got the Playa Santa Ponsa, the Globales apartments to my left hand side. Now I am making my way over to Costa de la Calma to go and start a live stream from over here in Santa Ponsa, but I wanted to film my way there because, well, I do have some news. We're just passing up by Bar Zurich, and I do believe that there are new owners in place for 2025. It's looking very busy in here. There is a football match on at the moment, but all's looking good there. Now I will be back to film here in Santa Ponsa very, very soon. Don't forget to consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already to catch those videos. But another reason I wanted to film my way to the live this evening was to update you regarding a rather dangerous and slippery area just outside the Globales Verdemar apartments that I did report on in a previous video, probably about a month ago now. I want to go and check that out. I want to go and see if it has been fixed. Now I'm filming this on a Sunday evening. You're going to be absolutely delighted to see that even on a Sunday evening we've got shops open down here in Santa Ponsa. And do you know what? There's quite a few people around. I'm guessing with the football on tonight, the bars are going to be quite busy. But if you want to see how busy those bars are, go and check out my live stream filmed earlier on, coming down from Costa de la Calma down to Santa Ponsa. Now I have to apologise for the hurried start to this video. I've got about 20 minutes to get up to Costa de la Calma, so this video is literally going to be a very quick one, but I'm going to get some amazing views of the beach in just a moment because the sun is about to set. It's on its way down and it's looking lovely over here in Santa Ponsa this evening. I'm also delighted to report as well, look, we've got some busy bars over here. Look, the Tapas and Pizzeria Beach, that's packed. People are out for an early supper. And quite a few people as well, look, coming down the walkway here, walking through the centre of Santa Ponsa this evening. So this is a Sunday, and of course we've got residents out today on a Sunday afternoon. A little bit hard probably to see the beach at the moment. We'll get a nice side view from there as we head on up the back of the beachfront. I'm just coming up past the new Chiringuito as well here, which opened just a few weeks ago. Up ahead and in front of me here, look, we've got the H10 Casa del Mar Hotel, and we've also got the beginnings of the night market as well setting up here. It's gone 7 p.m. and this will be pretty much up and running in the next 10 minutes or so. Most of it is, and you'll find this out until around 10:30, 11 p.m. So we're going to take a quick look as well at the beach as well as we head on around the walkway and see how busy that is for this Sunday. Quite a few people are getting ready to leave the beach, and like I said, quite a few people have already left the beach as well to go and watch the football. Now the views that I'm hoping that we're going to get from here later on are going to be absolutely wonderful. I really do hope so. Hope we're going to get quite a nice sunset this evening. We do have windy weather in Mallorca at the moment and at time of filming, and it has cooled down the shades as well, which I'm very, very grateful about. Look, we've got plenty of other beach shops here, look, open as well right behind this at this far end of Santa Ponsa Beach. And look, other stalls setting up too. Weather is windy, and when it is choppy you may well find that the cruises are not going out. It's the day tripper boats like the Calma cruise. Make sure you check with them if it is a windy day. And bear in mind as well, if you do get seasick, you might want to wait for the winds to drop a little bit before taking one of those cruises. The weather during the summer is normally very pond-like, but the past few days we have had high winds. Well, not high winds, but it has been a little windy. So we're just coming up past a sunset bar here as well. Another lovely spot. It is very empty though, I must say, for this time of day. Anyway, let's just have a quick look down Santa Ponsa Beach because, well, we're going to be getting very different views from here in my live stream a little bit later on. So we're coming down to one of the few restaurants that we have on the waterfront down here. The Empathy restaurant, as you may have seen in my previous video, has now changed hands. It's now called the Alma. Not looking busy at all actually, but then again, locals and the Spanish do tend to eat a lot later on in the evening. But we're going to turn the camera around and take a look at the beach. And this is how busy the beach is over here in Santa Ponsa, as we just slide past 7:30 in the evening. Of course, we've got lots of people still out in the water. It's summer holidays after all, and it's lovely and warm. At least the water is lovely and warm. We've got a little bit of a breeze blowing, as I've said, which makes it a little bit more pleasant. But let's walk along the walkway, because we're heading in the direction of the Verdemar apartments. And where that area is, I'd just like to check as well to make sure whatever pipe that was broken has been fixed. I do apologise that we are walking on into the sunshine. Don't get quite the normal views that we would do, and which we're going to get in the live stream this evening if I was walking the other way. But like I said, I wanted to check out that very, very slippery patch near the Verdemar apartments, and I did email Calvia Town Hall and I didn't receive a reply about it. I bet they're fed up with me poking my nose in, but anyway. Just coming up by the jetty here, just more or less in front of the Globales Verdemar apartments, where you'll pick up your Cormorant cruise or your day trip from. Just to my left. Let's keep heading around. So we have our first diners out in the Olas restaurant this evening. It is looking rather busy to my right and also to my left. We'll turn around and get a better look. But what a sorry sight. We have the Perseverance here down here, still fenced off. It's a wonderful swimming pool. What a shame, what a shame. And this has been like this for the past couple of years, but this just doesn't look great at all. Used to be a lovely little restaurant slash beach club here. You could come and eat and swim.
And as a reminder, let's take a quick look back to 2023 when the Perseverance here was open, and just look how absolutely glorious it was. This was a wonderful area, and well, will it open again? Well, stay tuned to the channel to find out more. I'll keep you up to date about this, but it may well open under another name.
We're just coming down the side of the Verdemar apartments here. Lots of people still in the pool. As you walk along the walkway, you kind of end up walking into the apartment property. Let's go and have a quick look. So I can already see that signs have been taken down. The thing is, we haven't really had that much rain over here, so I'm wondering whether this area has either been repaired or it will get slippery when it does rain. Let's just have a quick look.
So last month I walked along this same path to see warning signs about this area being slippery, and I had viewers commenting that they had fallen. But let's take a look at it now.
So look, it looks like something has been done. Just panning the camera over here, look, you can see where the water comes out just from this area. It's a little bit damp around the plants, but apart from that, it could well have been fixed. But the main thing is that the warning signs have now disappeared as well. But even so, just be careful walking along this walkway, particularly in the evenings. It can get a little bit slippy, particularly if it has been raining. Anyway, while we are standing here, let's just take a quick look here. I'm just going to pan the camera around to my left-hand side. Just get some lovely views looking down in the direction of Santa Ponsa beach. And what an absolutely gorgeous evening it is this evening. It's currently 27 degrees. I've had a real cool down actually from the high temperatures from last week, thank goodness. And you can probably hear the winds on the microphone too. But there are several other areas of this walkway that do need repairing, and I'm going to show you a little bit further on. While access actually in the resorts is actually very good for wheelchairs and mobility scooters, along this area here needs a serious update as well. There's only so far you're going to get in a wheelchair down here, and it's going to be basically before the Las Olas restaurant and the jetty. That's going to be pretty much your cut-off point, and I'm going to show you why. So we can just see a pushchair has managed to get around the side here. And oh my goodness, they have made some improvements to this particular area of the coast. Now I am very surprised here. Many of you who are regulars over here in Santa Ponsa will know that the concrete is pretty much all broken up actually. It used to be all broken up in this area. They have smoothed it over with some concrete, so that is absolutely fantastic to see. Well done, Calvia Town Hall. You should have let us know, but just to let you know, that has been done. And look, just spinning the camera around to one of the many other lovely little beaches that we have over here. Anyway, we are just coming around here to the whole Caesars Apartments block area. Nice little swimming pool here. Still no bar or restaurant. There does appear to be some works going on here. I do see a kind of like a barbecue setup. I see some shelves set up. Is something going to happen in this area? I don't know. Let me know if you know more in the comments below. Anyway, let's keep heading along. Got some kids jumping off the rocks there. Just be careful if you do jump off any of the rocks around here in Mallorca. Check how deep it is first. But anyway, come on, let's head up these steps. Okay, so we've just come up the path here. Look, you can just see where we've come. It's rather steep, but we've got up to the area where, if I continue straight, you can just see the sign for the square. I'm not going to walk through there now. I will walk through there on the live. If you want to see what that is like, go and check out that video, as I said. But we're going to take a left here and walk in this direction to Costa de la Calma. And we're passing by some restaurants over here. Look, whole swathe of restaurants. The Gino Ginelli restaurant is looking busy. These ones aren't just yet, but we're also walking in the direction of the Jardín del Mar, the TRH hotel. So we're just following the coastline here down into the direction of Costa de la Calma. I will give you some nice views a little bit further ahead. Just turning around to see a very busy restaurant at the moment. There is a bar Arturo. Now the busy places are the places at the moment that are showing the football. If you're commenting below saying the restaurants are empty, no one's visiting, well, like I said, we have got a Spain-England ladies football final on. I think it's the Euro Cup. Of course, Spain is a football mad country, as is the UK. Everyone's going to be watching the football at the moment, apart from me. But you can expect those restaurants to look a lot busier later on. And look, some nice views promised as well, right across Santa Ponsa Bay. If you want to see what this area is like, actually, I'll drop a link to a video in the description text below. There's a lovely little beach actually just across the way from there, and some equally lovely views too. And just coming a little further along here, look, check out these views over towards the marina. If you keep following that coastline along, it goes around to Port Adriano. And we're just coming past the entrance to the Iberostar Jardín del Sol Suites too. And we're just flying around the corner here. We've got the Sentido Fido Punta del Mar hotel. I can see they have amazing views from there as well, looking down the coast, but I can't stop. I'm actually a bit late for a change. The traffic was absolutely horrible coming down here to Santa Ponsa this afternoon. But let's get on down the steps and down over to Costa la Calma. And you can see, look, we've just come down to the water's edge here in Costa de la Calma. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. As you can see, we do have some big improvements to the coastline here in Santa Ponsa around the Verdemar apartments, which is great news. But if you want to watch what happens after I press stop on this video, I'm going to drop the live stream here on YouTube for you to watch. I'm also going to drop another video as well to help you out with your holidays. Don't forget, you can also find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.